Hello my dear students. Today we'll be dealing the topic on the composition, structure, role and functions of the Central Secretariat. For the purpose of administration, central government is divided into various ministries and departments, and it comprises of all the ministries and departments of the central government. So, the meaning of the Central Secretariat, central meaning the main and the most important. The Secretariat is the office or the people responsibilities for the management of an organization, especially an international or political one. Therefore, we can call the Central Secretariat as the office which assists the ministers heading the ministries in discharging their responsibilities. Coming into the brief history of what the Central Secretariat is, as far as India is concerned, in the beginning stages, the Secretariat has been referred to the office of the Governor General in British India. In 1843, the Governor General of India separated the Secretariat of the Government of India from that of the Government of Bengal. You would have all studied this in history. Therefore, four departments, namely the Home Ministry, Finance, Military and Foreign Affairs, were set up in the Central Secretariat. During the period of 1859, Lord Canning introduced the portfolio system. Again in 1905, Lord Curzon introduced the tenure system of the Secretariat staffing. And finally, in the year 1947, after our independence, the departments of the Government of India were renamed as ministries. In all, there were 18 such ministries at that time. As far as the rules of business of the Central Secretariat is concerned, it has been highlighted in the Constitution of India, which has been followed in all the organizational structure of the government. The portfolio system, which was introduced by the British people in India, states that a minister is made in charge of a ministry or department and he or she issues the orders on behalf of the president. Therefore, we can say that the concept of the ministry or department comes from the portfolio system. At present, Article 77, subsection 3 of the Constitution of India authorizes the President of India to make rules for more convenient transaction of business of the central government and for the allocation of such business among the ministers. Presently, the ministries or the department of the central government are governed by the Government of India Allocation of Business Rules 1961. Hence, all the ministries and the departments enumerated in the Allocation of Business Rules of 1961 are collectively known as the Central Secretariat. So, for any organization, there is a structure. As far as the Central Secretariat or the central government is concerned, it has a three-tier structure. The first one being the political head, the second one is the Secretariat organization, and the third one is the executive organization. As far as the political head of the government is concerned, a cabinet minister assisted by the Minister of State and Deputy Minister will be the political head. Sometimes a Ministry of State may also be a political head of a ministry or department holding an independent charge. Coming to the Secretariat organization, it is headed by a secretary who is a career civil servant. He is assisted by the joint secretaries, deputy secretaries, under secretaries and office establishment. Finally, the executive organization of the structure of a ministry is under the head of the department, who is known by various designations like Director, Director General, Commissioner, Inspector General, Chief Controller, etc. A ministry is primarily divided into departments. Each department is divided into wings. Each wing is in turn divided into divisions, which are further divided into branches. Each branch is divided into sections, and a section is the lowest level and smallest organizational unit of a ministry or a department. So when you see what is a unit is, it is under the control of officer in charge, and the structure of a ministry goes like that. with the head as a secretary, joint secretary, deputy secretary, under secretary, and finally the section is under the charge of the section officer. Regarding the political level, there may be the following 4 levels of political executive as far as the Central Secretariat is concerned. There may be the following 4 levels of the political executive, and they are the cabinet minister, minister of state, deputy minister, and the parliamentary secretary. As far as the cabinet minister is concerned, he is the political head and a member of the cabinet. He is a single minister and can be given charge of more than one ministry. But in all conditions, the principle of collective responsibility of the Council of Ministers holds. Coming to the Minister of State, he is not a member of the cabinet. He may be attached to a cabinet minister or may be given independent charge of a ministry. He will be invited to attend the meetings of the cabinet only when matters concerning his ministry need to be discussed. As far as the Minister of State is concerned, he is not a member of the cabinet. He works under the Minister of State. Duties are generally restricted to answering questions in the Parliament on behalf of the minister concerned. Finally, the Parliamentary Secretary. This is a post which is more popular in the British system and it did not find much favor in India. In India, this is the office of the Central Secretariat. If happens to visit over there, you can have a look at the Central Secretariat directly. Article 77 of the Indian Constitution authenticates the President of India to make rules for more convenient transaction of business of the central government and for the allocation of such business among the ministries. It is a staff agency and its function is to help and assist the Government of India in fulfillment of its responsibilities and duties. It is a policy-making body of the government and is not to undertake work of execution unless necessitated by the lack of official agencies to perform certain tasks. This is the organizational structure of a department in the Government of India. So the hierarchy runs from the cabinet minister to the minister, then comes the secretary, additional secretary, joint secretaries, and the head of the division will be the directors and the deputy secretary, followed by the under secretaries, section officers, assistant section officers, upper division clerks and lower division clerks. Hope you have understood the organizational structure of a Government of India. This is the organizational structure of the Central Secretariat. Coming into the role and functions of the Central Secretariat, the first and the foremost function is assisting the minister in the discharge of his policy parliamentary responsibilities. The second one being the framing legislation, rules and principles of procedure. Sectoral planning and program formulation. The next important function is budgeting and control of expenditure in respect of activities of the ministry or the department. Supervision and control over the execution of policies and programs. The next important thing is initiating steps to develop greater personnel and organizational competence both in the ministry or department and its executive agencies. Finally, the coordination and interpretation of policies, assisting other branches of the government and maintaining contact with the state administration. Finally, we have come into the significance of the Secretariat. The Administrative Reforms Commission, in its report on the machinery of the Government of India and its procedures of work of 1968, states that the Secretariat system of work has lent balance, consistency and continuity to the administration and has served as a nucleus for the total machinery of a ministry. It has facilitated inter-ministry coordination and accountability to the Parliament at the ministerial level. As an institutional system, it is indispensable for the proper functioning of the government. So we have come to the end of the role, the function, the structure of the Central Secretariat. You would have understood the concept